Hey everybody, it's Chuck with Beemac, and it's time for another Chuck Chat. And in the past two episodes of Chuck Chat, we talked about strategies for finding a new career. I figured in this edition, we would talk about when you find that new career, that new opportunity comes to you, how do you handle it? So it's the transition period. Well, think about it. You gotta, for many of you, you're gonna transition out of a position and then into a new one. So think about transitioning out of a position. How do you handle that process? For a lot of people, it's not easy. For a lot of people, they feel the conversation's gonna be difficult. You've got to be able to manage and handle the transition process, the resignation, if you will, like a professional. And as a professional, have a conversation. You've seen online and certainly on social media where a lot of companies, and big companies recently, they sent emails to everyone and they announced resignations, or even in the middle of the night, people woke up to them. And all of the conversation and comments after, how terrible, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that. And that's fair. I would argue that's not the professional way for a company to handle that type of situation. It's a two-way street. If we all agree that that's not the proper way for a company to handle a rift or letting people go in a mass scale, that's not the right way for an individual to resign. When you resign from your position, be a professional. Have a conversation. Let them know what's happening. Certainly, a resignation letter follows up just to have a record of what you decide to do, but be a professional when you're transitioning out. It's really all about you and your reputation. And you want to take that reputation into your brand new position. So, okay, transitioning out as a professional, how about being hired as a professional? One of the ways that you want to do that is you want to make sure that you're totally open and honest. Listen, I would say to anyone and everyone that asks about taking a new position, you've got to be 100% in. If you're not sure, if you've got other offers that are out there, you should see them through. If there are other opportunities that present themselves to you, or you think to yourself, hey, I just accepted this role, that maybe XYZ company could call me back to start in a couple months, why would you ever take the initial position? Why? Why would you waste your time? Why would you waste the company's time? It's being a professional. Be open and be honest. Ultimately, if there is anything that holds you back, like another offer, it's not going to work out anyway. So there's really a way of handling yourself as a professional. And you see all over social media about companies and culture and how companies should handle these circumstances. I think it's just important for the candidate to be held in that same standard and held, to that same professional level of expectation. I expect anyone that I hire to be open and honest. And if I say to somebody, if they say, hey, there's this other opportunity that's out there, I say research it, explore it. If you're a great candidate today, I want you to be all in. If you go find something else that's better for you, you can't commit today, that's not a problem. No, because in 2 months, if it doesn't work out, you are still a great candidate. If you are today, and I want to hire you today, hiring you in a month or hiring you in 2 months, why would that be any different? So sometimes we get worried about that, like what's going to happen, and we don't have to be cutthroat with each other. In fact, if we say certain companies are too cutthroat in that situation, you can't say anything to the company or they're going to let you go, well, you have the option to go as well. I think it's important for all of us to hold each other in this transition period, whether you're coming out of a position into a new one, into a higher standard, and act like professionals on both ends. If I hire you, I have all the confidence in the world this is for you. And while maybe it turns out that it's not, as professionals, we need to work together like that and talk to each other and be open and be honest. And at any point in time, if somebody has an issue with their tenure or it's not working out, I expect that conversation. Give us the respect, or give me the respect, right? Bringing so many people on, of having that conversation, hey, this is tough for me, it's not going to work out, whatever the case is, instead of one day just handing that resignation letter, and hold yourself to a higher regard. I know we see it, and it doesn't happen very often, but we have got to expect from each other that that's how we're going to act together. That being said, as always, we're looking for so many great people. If you're in the world of sales and want freedom and financial opportunity, joining Beemac is definitely the thing for you, especially those of you that want to get involved into the world of freight brokerage, or those of you that are looking for another opportunity, current freight brokers, remote positions out there available for experienced. All of our office and locations, our brand new office in St. Pete, we want to talk to you. So as always, if you're on LinkedIn or any forms of our social media, we want you to join the swarm.